I will think of solution. I will breathe. I will think of solution. I will not let my worry control me. I will simply breathe and it will be okay. But I won't quit.
Dear friends, it's always okay to start over. It's okay to rebuild. It's also okay to be scared. Because sometimes it's not the stress or fear that kills us, but how we choose to react to it is that what kills us.
So here we have today an inspirational speaker for the day to help us close the door to the past, open the door to the future, and guide us to take a step through and start a new chapter of life.
Because the bad news is time flies, but the good news is that we are the pilot of our time. So today, get ready with your seat belts. Let's take this opportunity to fly to the times that we all dream of.
So put your hands together to welcome the leadership and mental coach, the woman of knowledge, Bhavani Jois.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Let's all take a look at who is our guest today. Here's the video.
Bhavani co-heads the internal audit and SOX function at Infosys Limited, headquartered in Bangalore, India. She has played a key role in driving transformation in internal audit through automation, analytics, and elevating the position of the internal audit team as value-adding business partners. She jointly led Infosys to win the Institute of Internal Auditors India National Excellence Award in 2018, 2019, and 2021. She is an active governor of the IIA India Bangalore chapter and was also the president of the chapter for the financial year 2020-21. She recently pivoted from a full-time corporate life to a part-time role as co-head and has embarked on her journey as an executive and leadership coach and trainer with a vision to partner with the leaders, aspiring leaders, and members of the internal audit fraternity in India and globally on their individual and collective journey to personal and professional fulfillment through coaching and power skills training. Prior to Infosys, she was a director at Deloitte India's internal audit practice, having worked previously in the UK for 15 years, including as Director of Risk and Assurance at Cancer Research UK, UK's largest NGO, where she was responsible for leading the internal audit, risk management and health and safety functions. Bhavani has over 24 years of professional experience. She is a regular speaker on the interpersonal and human aspects of internal audit and risk management, as well as technical topics pertaining to the profession. In addition, leveraging her experience as an NLP practitioner, she also speaks on topics of resilience, self-management, and leadership that have been tailored to address the increasing psychological challenges faced by professionals operating in today's disruptive business landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, Bhavani Jois, AVP and co-head of Internal Audit and SOX at Infosys, executive and life transformative coach and trainer at The Evolving Way.
It's a privilege to have you here today. I request Pramod sir, MC member of SIRC Bangalore, to welcome her with a bouquet. Like you all know, what is bouquet? It's book, not a bouquet. So I request sir to do that. Applause.
I now request the woman of the moment, put your hands together for Ms Bhavani Jois. I request, ma'am, for you to take over the session.
Can you hear me? Am I audible at the back? A sign of hand would help at the back. Perfect, thank you. Hello, 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 and welcome. And I hope I would give you a bit of energy and a boost. And this is a motivational session on feed your dreams, not your fears. as these two wonderful MCs has given you so much energy to start this morning. I hope you listen with your eyes open, your ears open, all of your senses invigorated to take something away from the session today. How many of you here are dreamers? Put your hands up if you're a dreamer. Dreamers, we need to dream. All of you. Wonderful, wonderful.
Excuse me.
I know. I'm not audible at the back? Okay. Can you hear me now? Perfect, okay. I know that sometimes when we sit and dream, we sit in a corner and we dream and someone's telling us, why are you wasting your time? Stop dreaming and start acting. And of course that's important. But dreaming is a really, really powerful thing. And I want to tell you why. Never ever let it be said that to dream is a waste of time. For dreams are our realities in waiting. In dreams, we plant the seeds of our future. How true is that statement? How many of you have got clarity of your dream? Have you got clarity of your dream? Have you spent the time you need to give clarity? See the seed is not any ordinary seed. It's a seed which has clarity, it has purity, and it has shape. The seed of your dream that will help you determine the direction of your life is a very important seed. And I want to congratulate all of you for, first of all, making a very important decision to become a chartered accountant in India. A highly respected professional body. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's a really remarkable thing. I don't know how many of you made this choice on your own. I don't know how many of you made this choice because your parents said so or because your peers did so, but it doesn't matter. You made the choice. You are here, and this is the start of your next chapter of your whole life. So dream big, and let me talk about somebody. First, let me ask you some big questions, right? I talked about dreams. Have you got clarity of your dream? What is your dream? If you haven't, this is a great time. We are going into 2023. You've got a few more weeks left this year. Take a quiet moment, take a piece of paper, an empty piece of paper, and draw what life is going to be like. Draw, and I said draw, and I know we're all not artists, but when you draw, you activate your left and right brain. Draw a picture of how you're going to be in 5 years' time. 5 years' time is not a very long time. You know how fast, how much COVID took away years of our lives, right? Draw a picture. Ask yourself, what is my purpose? See, we can all become chartered accountants and just, get a job, and my purpose cannot be to get a job. It's much bigger than that. So if your idea is, I want to pass my exams, and I want to get a job, and I want to do really well in life, and I want to earn money, that's fine. But why? Why are you doing all that? That's very important. The next thing is, what makes you happy? If you're doing this and you're unhappy, take a pause and ask, what about what I'm doing right now makes me unhappy? How can I tweak the journey of my life so that happiness is a must-have part of it? Very, very important. And then how do you go from good to great? You're all good. Some of you may even be great. But do you know the formula to go from good to great? Very important question. And then how do you know you've made it? Will you keep chasing this dream forever? You have to pause and celebrate. Celebrating is an important part of a life's journey. I don't know how many of you have paused and celebrated every moment in your life. Even the moments when things don't go to your plan is a moment of celebration, because there is definite belief that when one door closes, another door opens. So in fact, the whole universe is conspiring to make you successful eventually. And the most important question is, where do you start? Many of us, and I know I'm also one of those people who looks around me and I says, oh my God, everybody's successful in their own way, and I don't know which path to take. There are so many paths to success, isn't there? So you need to chart your own path. So where do you start? So these are some very important questions, and I want to share with you a little bit about my own journey on making dreams come true. First of all, I'm work in progress. I am sure many of you are just starting out. Some of you have done some great, remarkable things. I've met some fantastic CAs who I think, oh my God, you're so young and you've done so much. But, you know, let me just tell you how one of my seeds I planted about 9 years ago only came true in 2022. About 9 years ago, one fateful weekend, my stepdaughter and I went to a free two-day conference, and it was about coaching, life coaching and, you know, mental fitness and all of those things. And that day, it was a very profound day for me. It was a day that said, what was happening to my life all these years? It was as if that was the day I discovered my whole purpose was something completely different, by which time I was already a head of audit. I was already a head of audit at a very large organization in the UK, but that weekend, I had a big question mark about my actual life's purpose. It was that day that I decided I want to become an executive coach. 2013, 15th of March 2013, I registered to become a coach. But life takes very different journeys. Life takes you in multiple directions. One of the things that happened to me that day, sitting in this building in London, was it also helped me decide that actually we wanted to come to India. What I decided in March 2013 happened in November 2013, and it has been 9 years since I've come to India. After a long time, almost 18 years in the UK, I still didn't qualify as a coach. But after I came here and I decided to become a coach in India, I looked around and nobody knew what I was talking about. And my dream slowly and surely kind of came to a slight halt. I said, no, don't stop, go and get a job, work for corporate India, get to know corporate India, and I did that. I did that for 8 years. And in 2021, when COVID happened, I asked myself, what's happening to this dream? Have you finished it? What's happening? And I felt really bad. You know, COVID really woke up a lot of us. And I went back to class in 2021, and finally in 2022, I qualified as an executive coach. It took me 9 years. Thank you. And when you have this dream become almost real, and you are so sure, in around December 2021, I had a very nice conversation supported by my co-head at Infi and my boss, and he said, we were talking generally about life, and he said, do you want to go part-time? And I never thought it possible, you know, to have a corporate job and to pursue your passion. And I said yes. It took me 30 seconds to think. I said yes. On 1st April 2022, I went part-time. And I'm now able to have a corporate job doing my role as a co-head of internal audit, and I can also run my own practice as an executive coach. I think I'm finally living my dream, finally. Thank you. So let's talk about another dreamer. Everybody knows this dreamer? I want to talk about this dreamer, because this dreamer said, don't stop chasing your dreams, because dreams do come true. And I've been very, very fortunate just this week on Wednesday to be in his audience and to listen to him have a one-to-one chat with Gaurav Kapoor. A beautiful conversation. I want to share some important nuggets from that conversation about dreaming. Just like my 2013 penny drop moment of realization, you all must be knowing Sachin's story of 1983. A 10-year-old boy watching television, India's World Cup, and he decided that very moment, he literally said something happened to his body that very day. And what was cricket that was for fun became cricket, the life's purpose. I want you all to realize one important thing. It was just a normal day. He was watching a cricket match, but something happened. There was a connection between almost universal energy and his decision to make cricket his life's purpose. These moments are happening all around you, but you need to know and look for it. There are signs everywhere. And for Sachin, the moment the cricket became his purpose, no longer something he did for fun, the rest is history. You all know how hard he worked to make his dream come true. So have you found your purpose? Is the bigger question, because for your dreams to come true, you must know your purpose. And remember, this is an ordinary boy of 10 years old who's, and somebody asked him, when does this term Sachin Sachin come first? Is it your fans that kept calling you Sachin Sachin? He said, no. My mom from the balcony used to look down when I was playing gully cricket, and she said, Sachin Sachin, come back and have a shower and have your dinner. So the term Sachin Sachin came for this simple, ordinary boy who dreamt, had a purpose, and made it come true. So today's session is structured a bit like giving you some takeaways. I've planned it to give you 10 strategies that you can apply in your everyday life to make your dream come true. Let's start with the first one. Does your dream sometimes look like this huge mountain in front of you? You know you can get there, but it looks so big and you don't know where to start, and it's complicated, and you feel, what's the point? I'll just follow the flow, be a sheep, maybe I'll get there. If somebody else made it, I'll follow what he did. I'll take that course, I'll find a job in the same company, maybe I'll be there. Nay, it's not going to work, because you have to make your own path. So strategy number one is, wait 1 second. Strategy number one is to break it down. Take this big dream, give it color and clarity and purity and all of that, and then break it down. You're all CAs in the making. You know how to solve problems. That's what you're going to get paid to do. Solve the problem of your dream by breaking it down into components that you can succeed. For example, in my own journey, qualifying as a coach was only the first step. Getting a part-time opportunity was the second step. The third step is to launch my practice. The fourth step is to get my clients, and so on and so forth. My journey will continue. You need to take a moment, and strategy number one is to break down your dream. You want to get a job in one of the best companies in the world? Of course it's possible, but you can't turn up to an interview and expect to get a job there without having a strategy. Because it is really, heart-wrenching sometimes when I see people come for interviews and they've got this great passion, but they're not able to communicate that passion with conviction. Because all their career and all their studies was focused on passing the exams, but not enough on communicating and getting clarity of thought. If you want to make yourself a successful CA, you must work on your soft skills, for example. That's just one example. Because even if you don't pass in your first attempt, it actually doesn't matter, because nobody's going to, once you get in the door, nobody's going to say, okay, this assignment is for this person, first time pass, this assignment is for this person, fourth time pass. Nobody cares. I've got some fantastic people in my team who didn't pass first time or second time. In fact, one guy passed seventh time. But you know how he got the job? He came for an interview with so much passion and conviction. And and of course, any large company will say, seventh time, no chance. We said, no, there's something about this guy that we really like. So my boss interviewed him as well. He's a fresher, right? You're getting interviewed by a senior vice president. And finally, my boss said, yes, go ahead. You know why? I can see fire in his belly. You know how he could see the fire in the belly? Is because he communicated with such clarity. His dream was so big. And Infosys was everything for him, for example. So break it down. The next one, take action. The biggest fuel for fear is inaction. Because action, any action, is better than no action. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. I love that saying. Because you know why? When you take action, things happen in your brain. Your brain starts saying, hey, okay, I can't do this, but I can do that. I tried and it wasn't as bad as I thought. But when we think about, oh my God, I'm so scared, they're going to judge me, I'm going to fail, and we don't take action, what happens, the whole how do I say, experience of taking action and what you can learn from it, you've just shut out that experience process. So my second strategy, no matter what it is, take action. Do you know, when I was coaching people, I have found people with such a big dream who won't even do research about the dream. An action as simple as research. You know why? They're so scared that the research will prove to them that their dream won't come true. Imagine this. You have a dream, but you're scared to research this dream because you're so worried that the research results will tell you that your dream won't come true. How will this dream even happen if you're not willing to face it head on? So take action. The next one is something I want to talk to you. Before I go into the strategies here, let's talk a little bit about our mind. I don't know what studies you have done to get to deciding to do CA. I don't know how much of extracurricular activities you've been through. I don't know how much you have studied the mind. But I really, really wish that study about the mind is brought to the schools at the primary level. Because if we start to know about how our mind works, we can realize just how powerful the mind is to make things come true for you. We're doing many things wrong with our mind, to be honest, because we don't know how to use it. It's like a genie in a bottle. You know, you all watch Aladdin, right? That genie when he rubs it. Your mind is like that. It's a genie waiting for your command. But if you don't know how to command it, then what's the point? So I want you to pay a little bit of attention to this point because it's a little complicated, but you need to know this. Because if you know this, I discovered this only 10 years ago. I mean, I'm 47 years old. Imagine discovering this knowledge only at 37. My life changed after that because more things happened for me after 37 than they ever happened in the first 37 years. They happened by chance. I did what everybody did. I just followed. But at the age of 37, when I discovered the secret behind how the mind works, and I'm not a psychologist, I haven't got a PhD, I just researched about something that was so fascinating that I could now change how I used my mind. And I want to give you a few thoughts. Can you see all these colored dots on this picture? Right? These colored dots are basically your neurons, the neurons in your mind. When you get new knowledge or you see something you're familiar with, when you give content to your mind, these neurons fire up. They start to light up and they start to shake. Like your cell, you know, you all learned in biology, right? Your cells split and shake and all of that. Now, imagine if you wanted to go to navigate in Bangalore traffic, right? Wouldn't you take the simplest, shortest, clearest path to get to your destination? Yes? Right? You all have scooties and everything, right? You will find the shortest path. Your mind is like that. If something happens, let's say, for example, somebody comes up to you today and say, hey, I heard a lot about you. There's a job waiting for you at my firm. Now, you are like, what do you say? You might say, in your mind, if you already decided that that firm, your friend told you that firm is not a great firm, you might say no straight away. Because why? It's the shortest path to the memory you have. The memory of that firm is, that my friend didn't have a very good experience. Answer is no. But you know, that might have been that person's experience and not yours. But because your mind has taken the shortest path to the memory it has, you have made a decision on the spot. The point is, you can choose other memories. You can choose a different direction. So you see this image here that is flowing with this image moving? When a signal comes in from your 5 senses, what are the 5 senses? What are the 5 senses? If you can just shout out. Eyes, nose, okay, ears, what is it? Tongue, okay, skin. Perfect. These are the only 5 ways you can consume the world. Only 5 ways, right? And when you consume the world in this way, it goes into your brain, it goes into your prefrontal cortex, your thinking brain, it goes to the back, it says, this means that. This means that, and so quickly you get a response and you act on that response. But if you took a moment to pause, and see this signal is coming, that is the sense that's coming in from your eyes or your nose or something. And that junction box, it has 2 parts. It has the path which is traveled most frequently, and it has this new path also. The new path may say, when somebody says something like, give me a job offer, I will stop and pause and I will say, I will research and come back to you. Even if that means I might lose the chance. Because by saying no, you've shut the door. By saying, I'll research and come back, maybe you still have a 50-50 chance of saying yes. The point is, I'm just giving an example. Same thing happens for exercise, getting up in the morning. Hare, so difficult to get up in the morning. Your normal default practice is to sleep longer, for example. So I want to give you an example of this. 1 minute. Yeah. Can you see this jungle? So your mind is like this. You want to start exercise. Look at me. My 2023 goal is to focus on health, physical health. Mental health is fine. Physical health needs a 2023 goal. So that's my goal. Here, declaration to all of you. You all will have different goals, I'm sure. But when I start to think of exercise, you know, my head is like that first picture. Oh my God, so difficult. Right? So that first picture is my mind. It is so difficult to navigate this jungle that I give up the moment I start. But then the more you do it, imagine some explorer is going through the Amazon jungle. He first cuts all these shrubs and he cuts everything. And after some time, after 2 weeks or so, it'll look like the second picture. The path is starting to clear up. By the time he gets the 6th week of walking in the same path, won't it look like the last picture? Won't that Amazon jungle look like a nice path in the middle of a forest? That is exactly how your mind is. And you see how all the trees have made way for the path? All the distractions in your mind will start making way the moment you start using the same positive thoughts again and again. The problem with us humans is after we tried positive thinking once or twice, and it doesn't give you the result you want, and it feels difficult, and all your old memories of how difficult it is comes in your way, you go back and give up. And the moment you give up, that jungle path that was starting to form gets grown over. Because if you don't walk, see this second picture, right? If you don't walk on the second, in that path again and again, it will not become like the third picture. It will go back to become the first picture, correct? Now, your mind is the same. If you're trying to do something new, give it a chance. Give it a chance to form this third path so that every time you want to do this great thing that you are trying to do, it becomes easy. You see all these famous sportsmen, they've got a clear path like the third picture. Trust me, they may need to build new paths for new complexity. Maybe playing India cricket is different from playing world cricket or football. Look at all the players today. Look at all the lost penalties. You think those people will give up football because they lost a penalty? Of course not. They've got a nice, clear path in their mind. Strategy number 4. Make a decision. Your mind, see there are 3, one second, I want to go back to this pic. Yeah. See, your mind, there are 3 kinds of minds. Okay, did you know that? There are 3 kinds of minds. Anyone brave enough to, not brave, anyone willing to admit that they knew there were 3 kinds of minds? I'd like to hear from you. Can I get a mic over there? Is that possible? Give him a round of applause, please, for putting his hands up.
Conscious, subconscious, superconscious.
Say again.
Conscious, subconscious, superconscious.
Superb, superb. Thank you so much. Did you all hear that? Conscious, subconscious, superconscious. Or you can say unconscious also. It's so powerful. You need to know about these 3 minds because they behave in very different ways. Your conscious mind is like your mobile phone, okay? If you don't keep it on charge, it will die, okay? So your conscious mind can only operate on battery supply. And you know what's your recharge for the conscious mind? Sleep, perfect. Your recharging of the conscious mind is sleep, and I'll come to that in a minute. Your second one is subconscious mind. It's almost like the near aware mind. Example, I'm sure many of you drive in Bangalore and don't even realize how you got from A to B. It's like autopilot. You sit in the car and or the scooty, and it'll just somehow you ended up here. If somebody asks you how many red cars did you pass on the way, I don't know. But if you really went for hypnotherapy and dug deep, you probably remember you passed 5 red cars that day. So your subconscious knows it, but you have to dig and find it because it is so natural for you to do something. It is embedded in your subconscious mind. You could retrieve it if you dug it deep enough through a bit of deep thinking, but it's subconscious. Many things in our lives we do naturally because we are subconsciously aware. Cycling, swimming, driving a car, all of those things. But the unconscious mind is the actual supermind. Because the unconscious mind is something that has, since the day you were born, in fact, since before you were born, even your mom's voice as she was singing to you in the womb is deep embedded in your unconscious mind. And this unconscious mind has some certain characteristics, and you need it to work in your favor. If you don't know how to tap into your unconscious mind, I'm not saying go for hypnotherapy or some other sessions, just be aware of how it works. And the unconscious mind has some characteristics which I want to share with you, because if you know it, then you can use it. Number one, the unconscious mind is restless. It needs direction. If you don't have, in Kannada they say guri, right, or a goal. If you don't have that, your unconscious mind is looking here, hey, this guy is doing analytics, maybe good idea. Suddenly, this person has gone for public speaking course, man. That person has gone for English course, and somebody's gone for taxation and this and that and everything. And the unconscious mind is totally confused and says, okay, let's sign up for all the courses. Because the unconscious mind needs direction. It's jumping like a monkey in the jungle, from one tree to one tree. Went to one tree, banana is not nice, it goes to another tree. It has no direction. So you must give your unconscious mind direction so it can help your dreams come true. And what does the direction need? It needs a decision. And most of us are petrified. I am also the same, scared to make a decision. What if it's the wrong decision? What if it's not going to work out? But remember, in most things, except committing a severe crime, even getting married can be changed, to be honest, but having a baby you can't change, and dying you can't change. These are the things you can't change, but most decisions you can change. So why are you so afraid to make a decision? Because remember, your unconscious mind cannot serve you if you don't make a decision and give it direction. So I challenge you to all try this. If there's something that you're sitting on the fence and not quite sure, doesn't matter. This New Year's, before the New Year comes, make a decision and give your unconscious mind direction so that it helps you achieve it. That is strategy number 4. Strategy number 5, very, very important. I think this is probably the most important thing I want to give you today. Your unconscious mind cannot process negative thoughts. Okay, it cannot process negative thoughts. Very important, right? So, for example, I don't want to fail. Right? I tell my mind, I don't want to fail. I go to Ganesha, I pray, I don't want to fail, I don't want to fail. Do you know what your unconscious mind heard? What did your unconscious mind hear? Fail. It only heard fail. It didn't understand the word don't. So I don't want to fail. Your unconscious mind only heard the word fail. I don't want to fall, I don't want to fail, I don't want to anything. It can only hear the word fail, fall, whatever, right? So it is looking for you. The unconscious mind works by giving you, hey, you wanted this, here it is. Okay, so and there's a nice book. I'll maybe share it with Kavita and she can share with you the details about this kid who says, I don't want lemon cake for my birthday. He actually wanted a bicycle, but his aunt always gave him a lemon cake. So he keeps dreaming every day, I don't want lemon cake, I don't want lemon cake. He wanted a bicycle so badly. You know what he got for his birthday? A lemon cake. You know why? Because all his mind was thinking about was lemon cake. So I want to request all of you, if you are giving, your inner thoughts, nobody can see these thoughts, right? It's all happening in your head. If you are thinking, I don't want this, I don't want that, please change it to say, what do you want? Change it. It's a single sentence. For example, like I might say, I don't want to be fat. What is my mind thinking about? Being fat. Absolutely. Right? So they even say, I want to lose 10 kg is also not great. You should say, I want to be 75 kg, for example. What do you want? So please, all of you, ask yourselves, these inner thoughts that go in your sleep when you're thinking in your own quiet space, how many negative statements are coming into it? Please pause, write it down, change it, and then say it back again and again. And I want to give you a test on this. Are you all listening to me? Okay. I don't want you to think about a pink elephant riding a bicycle with a green cap on its head. Okay, I don't want you to think about a pink elephant riding a bicycle with a green cap on its head. You thought about this, didn't you? Did you think about this elephant? So now you can't forget this now. It's already in your head. It's settled now. Forever you'll be thinking about this pink elephant riding a bicycle. This is to prove the point that the moment you say what you don't want, your mind has already thought about it. You can't unthink it. So now you have to say, what do you want? Strategy number 5. What do you think this is? Is pain good for you? How much pain? Who said yes? Come on, guys, be brave. This is your chance. Who said yes? Would you like to speak? Can I get a mic over here, please? Where is the mic? What's your name?
Ashok, ma'am.
Ashok, hi. Is pain good for you, Ashok?
Ma'am, how much we can bear, ma'am?
How much you want to bear?
So we can't tell, ma'am, based on the situations and circumstances, it will plays a role, ma'am.
Okay, what is the purpose of pain?
It's like natural. I can say natural, ma'am.
Yeah,
It is given by God, I can say.
given by God. Is there a purpose to pain? Everybody? Anybody else? Is there a purpose to pain? Can I have the mic over there if you don't mind?
Hello,
Hi, what's your name?
Aditya.
Hi, Aditya. Is there a purpose to pain?
It is because of pain, you get some motivation to overcome it. So when you have the pain, you get the motivation. You try to overcome it so that from the pain you convert it to happiness.
Okay, so pain is a starting point to convert to happiness.
Yes.
Do you think somebody can find happiness without pain?
No.
Not possible?
No.
Okay.
It'll be just useless. You won't have the inner satisfaction.
Okay, so you feel hard work, that pain is, hard work overcomes pain, and then happiness is worthwhile, right?
Yes.
Okay, done. So pain is good for you, and you don't have to bear so much, like Ashok said, and it may be useful for you to give meaning to your happiness, but pain has a different reason also. You need to apply the 1 second rule with pain. Okay? Pain is there to give you a signal that something is wrong. Okay? The pain is there. Remember this very carefully. Pain is there to give you a signal that something is wrong. For example, you put your hand on the hot stove. You should feel pain, right? Why? Immediately you take your hand off the hot stove. For example, you tried for a job and you did not succeed. You got a rejection letter. You feel rejected, hurt. That pain is good. It's good to say something didn't quite work out. How long will you spend in that hurt of the job rejection? How long? I know people who can spend a year feeling sad because they got rejected for a job. Anything good came from spending a year feeling bad? Anything good comes from spending too long in pain? Remember one thing, when you spend time with your negative emotions or your physical hurt, you would never put your hand on the stove for more than 1 second, right? Would you put your hand there for 5 minutes, let's see how much it can burn, how much I can tolerate? Like, maybe I am one of these special ladies who can put her hand into the oil and fry these bondas and all. You've seen those videos, right? Do I want to test and find out? You would never do it. We are so conscious of our physical pain. We are so alert. Straight away we take it off. Mental pain, we spend so much time, like making one chutney. We keep time, we spend time, grinding this chutney of pain, trying to find some meaning in it. It is only there to give you a signal that something needs to change. If you can try and apply the 1 second rule, see, remember one thing, thinking uses energy. Thinking uses your brain's resource. Whatever resource you need to put towards achieving your life's goals is being consumed in the space of processing negative thoughts. So from my 10 years of studying this topic, I've come to realize, in fact, I found in my own sense, found a guru recently, a gentleman based in the US who has done a lot of study on mental fitness, in which he has clearly said, nothing good ever comes from negative thinking. Nothing good. When I say prolonged negative thinking, you must accept and you must acknowledge it. You must accept what is the message coming from this. You feel hurt, you feel jealous, you feel angry. Very important emotions, very, very important. What is the message? I'm angry because somebody did not meet my expectation. I'm hurt because I got rejected. Okay, what now? So the moment you get the message, switch mode. But you know, it's not that easy to go from negative to positive. You can't just say, okay, this is negative place, I'm going to stop over here. It can't be done. You know how it can be done? How many of you meditate? How many of you meditate? Not even 1% of this room meditates. You know why meditation is important? Sorry, anybody wants to answer this question? Can I get a mic down here, please?
Meditation helps in gaining our concentration. That's it.
Helps in aiding your concentration.
Yeah.
Okay, so your name?
Shiva Prasad.
Shiva Prasad. Okay, helps in aiding your concentration. Any other thoughts why it's important to meditate? Sorry, one more at the back. Thank you, Shiva Prasad. Good thought.
Ma'am, actually the silence with which we would be in that state, right? Actually it's priceless. We enjoy ourselves and moreover some innovative thoughts would come rather than being just a concentrated tool. So actually it helped me in my CA exams also.
Fantastic. What's your name?
Sai Sandesh ma'am.
Sai Sailesh.
Sandesh ma'am.
Sandesh. Okay, very good. Thank you, both of you. That was a slightly closer answer. Of course, concentration is very important. Meditation helps you to get to neutral. See, you are in negative gear. This chutney-fying thing is all negative. You can't go to positive without going to neutral. Can you? Very difficult. You have to get to neutral. Meditation, mindfulness, pause, whatever you call it. If you go for a walk in the park, it's also meditation, but not if the whole walk you're thinking about that negative pain, then no use. If you go to the park and you concentrate only on the sounds of the birds and the rustle of the leaves and you're fully present, that's also like meditation, because you want to get to neutral. But then it's not enough to get to neutral. See, most of the learnings in meditation, we say, let the thoughts go, let the thoughts go. Once the thoughts have gone, you are in neutral. What do you do then? You do what Sai Sandesh did. He said, you need to innovate. It helped him innovate. You have a lot of capacity in your brain to empathize, to innovate, to explore, be curious, take decisions, take action. It's all there. The problem is, when we spend time in negative thoughts, we can't engage this positive side. So the method is, from negative to neutral, listen to your favorite song, but not in that song, not for some sad song and feeling all the negative pain. No. You have to have something that brings you to neutral and then immediately engage your positive mind. This is where many of us don't do it. We come to neutral, we meditate, nothing changed. Because after meditating and coming to neutral, we did not engage our positive mind. So I want to challenge all of you, if you're finding something difficult, please take a moment, take deep breath. You know, this deep breathing exercise, I don't need to do it here to show you. Anything that forms concentration away from thoughts. Concentrate on a song, on a sound, on a picture, anything to come to neutral, and immediately after that, engage your positive thoughts. Keep practicing that. Believe me, it makes a huge difference. I know I'm running out of time. I'm going to try fancy. Strategy number 7. Everyone's excited for the game on Sunday? You know, thankfully there was no game last night. Otherwise I couldn't have spoken today. Because if it was a midnight game, the last 2 semi-finals, literally I went to the office like a zombie. But why am I showing you Messi? I was very fortunate to be part of a conversation. Okay, I know Messi is very exciting, but can we just, 5 more minutes, I'm done. Messi, how much does Messi earn? Around 80 million, right? He's somebody, what's your name? Vijay. Vijay said 80 million. Messi earns about $80 million a year. Okay? Can we all be Messis? We could follow his chart. We all can't be Messis. We can be our own Messi, but we can't be Messi. Right? So the point here is, when 2 people start the same journey, I am sure his friends started in the same journey as him, but there are only a few people who have made it to this. There is only one Bhavani, I know that. There's only one Messi, but the Bhavani and the Messi are not the same. We have to have our own paths. But the biggest problem what we do, we look at around and we say, oh my God, look at that person, look at this person, he's done so well, they've done so well. And we chart our dreams following another person's journey. You cannot follow another person's journey. You know why? In spite of the gifts of God and the talent and the background and the hard work, there's also luck. Please understand, there's also luck. If you ask Messi, he will say, everybody will say that there's been a huge amount of luck in their success. So even if you are exactly the same as another person, your luck is not the same as theirs. So please chart your own journey, because your happiness is waiting for you at the end of that journey. The moment you look at another person's journey, you will not find the same happiness. Does that make sense? So if you are sitting here somewhere thinking, I signed up for this, I did that, because that person did it, please pause and ask yourself whether that was indeed what, it's already been decided, but at least can you go back and ask yourself, did I do it for the right reason? Was I following another person's journey? Is it right for my journey right now? Do I even know my journey's path? Very, very important, right? Mr. Murthy, and I had, Infosys had a foundation celebration recently. He said that so much of the success of Infosys and many other large organizations is luck. Yes, you had good people, you had ethical people, you had courageous people, but you had luck. So I want you to understand that you cannot, of course, pray. Praying and faith and all are very important, but acknowledge that luck plays a part in your success, and therefore 2 journeys are not the same. Very, very important for you to get mental energy to take those actions, even though it's different from another person. Strategy number 8. Hurry. Okay. Mind and body, very important. This is my goal for next year. My mind is great, my body not so great. But mind and body are very, very important because they are best friends. Can you see your heart and your brain walking hand in hand? They are best friends. Your sleep, physical sleep is so important for your mind to recharge. Remember one thing, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions are interrelated. Your thoughts affects your emotions affects your action. And its cycle continues. If you think I can't do it, then your emotion is fear, your action will be some nervous presentation. Today, for example, when I came, if I thought I can't do this, of course I look at you, look at this room is full. First I thought nobody is coming for my presentation. I came all the way excited and no one's here. But gradually you've all come in and I'm very happy that you are. But imagine my emotional state as I was preparing to come up to this stage. It was all kinds of emotional roller coaster. But finally you pause it and say, you're going to do this. Whatever happens, you're going to do this. So action, hopefully the action was good enough. This presentation was satisfactory to you guys, right? Because that is a reflection of this thought process, thought, emotion, action. You go for an interview. Have you seen people in interview waiting room? Like this. You know, in the interview waiting room, they're all head down, nervous, as if they are doing some by-hearting for an exam. You need to be like this for an interview. You need to open your chest, take a deep breath, because your physical condition determines your emotional state, the thought process. I can do this. You might be thinking I can do this, but your physical state is not supporting your thought. You are sitting all hunched up and worried. Your interviewer will see this. They will notice it. And I want to tell you something, okay? All of the strategies I've given you will not change you overnight. You need to use 20% insight and 80% muscle building. Well, how does a muscle come? Anyone going to the gym regularly? Tell me about muscle building. Can I get a mic over here? Over here, please.
Ma'am?
Yeah, what's your name?
Manikanta, madam.
Say-
Manikanta.
Manikanta. Okay, how do you build muscle, Manikanta?
It's a pain relief, madam.
Pain really, how do you build it?
Daily workout, madam.
Daily workout, correct? You go to the gym, you do this, you run. Thank you, Manikanta. Daily workout. How many of you are willing to invest in yourself by doing daily workouts of your mind? How many of you do it? See, okay, forget how many do it. You've got some strategies from me today. How many are willing to put in 15 minutes a day to do daily workout of your mind? Hands up. All of you need to do this. Remember, lasting positive change. Ask anybody who went to the gym for 1 year and then stopped going to the gym, they went double fat. Promise you. You go to the gym and then stop, you can't continue. So, daily workout of your mind is important for lasting positive change. Last one, sleep here. Please sleep. This is my last point. I hope you all sleep enough. Okay, I think my time is up because I hear a lot of restless noises. So, my last request, let your dreams feed your dreams. Two very important things happen in your dream. One, all the filing of your thoughts. All the thoughts you gathered from yesterday's conference today needs to be filed. When you sleep, it will go and put into folder A, folder B, folder C. This is the strategy for this and that, and you can retrieve it. One thing. Second thing, have positive thoughts before you go to bed. 2 minutes, just think positively and go to bed. It will go and help you store it in your brain. So 2 things in your dream. And my last question is very important. My last slide, absolutely last slide. We always say, I have no resources, I can't do this, I can't do that, what do I do? Look at this slide, right? Time, God gave everybody the same. Unless you are working in parallel universe or some other kind of universe, God gave you the same amount of time. Yet some people make it last worthwhile and some don't. It's because of other things, not time. Time is equal. Then you have money and everything else. Everything else is like my uncle, relative, this, that, everything, society. I can't control. I put it as orange because how much money I have, I really don't know. I might get more, I might get less. It is only one resource. Everything else is dependency on other people. Everything else I can't control, amber. But look at the green. Everything is in your control to make your dreams come true. So question you have to ask yourself, and this is my last question to you guys, how accountable are you for what, why, and how you spend your life's resources? You want your dreams to come true? Every day ask yourself at night. Write a little diary if you are not in the practice of journaling. Write a diary by asking yourself, how accountable have I been today on my life's resources? I thank you very much. You've been a great audience. You can find, I know I probably ran over time. I'll stay for tea. If you want to ask me any questions, let's do it then. I don't know if I have time for questions now, but I appreciate your interaction during the session today. I hope you've taken away something that will help you. Please connect with me. I'm on LinkedIn. That's my LinkedIn handle. There's only one Bhavani Jois, I checked. So you can't miss me on LinkedIn. So please find me on LinkedIn. Stay in touch. Ask me questions on LinkedIn. I'll answer them if you want them. All the very best. I wish you all absolute success and may your dreams come true.
Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session. I know you all are motivated, geared up to face all the challenges ahead. Let's thank her with a big round of applause again.
Sometimes you need to step outside to get some air and remind yourself of who you are and who you want to be, as it is always said, if you dream it, you can do it. So today,
Let's all refuse to take a step back and take a step forward to our future.
and vow ourselves to not stress about the things we can't control or change. As it is said, pause, relax, and start again. Yes, yes or yes? Pause, relax, and start again. Amazing. Now, I request CA Shripal sir to come and thank ma'am with a token of gratitude.
Now I call upon Ganesh Seth to deliver a vote of thanks for this session.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, I am delighted to have this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. I am pretty sure after such a great session, everybody will definitely feed their dreams and not their fears. I would like to thank Ms Bhavani Jois for those much needed words of motivation for the students. Until you take a step towards your dream, you can't see the next step of your dreams. Thank you, one and all.